times, and I want to testify before God and you, Israel is not the problem. Last week, Israel buried Shiri Bibas with her children Ariel and Thier. But many who point fingers at Israel might do better to look in the mirror. I asked Qatar, why didn't you arrest the Hamas chiefs in Doha and demand release of the hostages? Why did you finance terror? And I asked Iran, why do you send billions to Hamas and Hezbollah instead of liberating your own people?
Guys, Israel and Iran's conflict is getting out of hand. What we have been praying against, it seems, is gradually becoming a reality. Now, the previous night, Trump said, Iran, right, after persuading them to sign a deal that they're not going to go on with the manufacturing of nuclear weapon, right? Now, after pressuring, they refused. Do you understand? To sign the deal, because Trump was actually in Canada for the G7 meeting. Now, while he was in Canada, he had to run back to US, you understand, because of this Israel-Iran war. So he tweeted on his Twitter handle. Now, we're going to read that. So after tweeting, he said they should have signed a deal, but they refused. He said, in fact, please, it's interesting. We'll read it after that. So when they refused to sign a deal, he said everybody should evacuate. They should evacuate Tehran. Tehran is the capital city of Iran. He said they should evacuate. That night, close to a million. That Tehran have about between 9 to 10 million population. There are a lot of close to a million moved that night. As you can see the picture now on the screen. Now, I want us to read what Trump said. Okay, we're going to read what Trump said, the tweet. After that, we are going to read the warning that China said to US that they must, right in US, right in Israel, they said they must, US must back out of this with immediate effect. They must back out. Okay, now let's just read what China said, what Trump also said. That we'll come back, we'll analyze. All right, please like this video and please share. Let the world see. Thank you. Iran should have signed the deal. I told them to sign. What a shame and waste of human life. Simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I said it over and over again. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. Now, before we proceed, one more thing. Did you know that Iran has just banned all its officials from using mobile phone? He said because they are thinking maybe Israel is tracking their officials through their mobile phones. They banned it. Let us take a look at that. We'll back, we'll wrap it up. Thank you. In another news from One TV, is Israel tech war threatening Iran? Here is why Tehran is banning officials from using mobile phones. In an unusual move, Iran's cyber authority has reportedly issued a directive barring government employees, officials, and security teams from using mobile phones connected to public networks. The move comes as fear grows over the use of phone tracking by Israeli forces. Before we do our analysis, I want us to take a listen at these Syria activists. Okay, a lot of persons have been blaming Israel for some of this war with Gaza and other places. Okay, without knowing the real truth. This is just a 1-minute video from Syria activists. Let's take a listen. Then we'll come back. We wrap it up. Thank you.
Are you outraged with the war in Gaza? So am I. My name is Rawan Osman. I'm half Syrian, half Lebanese. Since October 7th, I visited Israel 9 times, and I want to testify before God and you, Israel is not the problem. Last week, Israel buried Shiri Bibas with her children Ariel and Thier. Hamas said they had been arrested. Forensic reports show they were choked to death in Gaza. But many who point fingers at Israel might do better to look in the mirror. I asked Qatar, why didn't you arrest the Hamas chiefs in Doha and demand release of the hostages? Why did you finance terror? And I asked Iran, why do you send billions to Hamas and Hezbollah instead of liberating your own people who are suffering oppression and poverty? Egypt, You charged Gazans thousands of dollars to escape the war. How can you lecture about the morality of displacing Gazans? Jordan, why have you refused to accept any Gazans? Are they not your own people? Lebanon, instead of discussing Hezbollah's political role, ban the party. Syria, if the new president is sincere about his transformation, I ask him to return the body of Eli Cohen. It's been 6 decades. Allow his wife to bury him before she dies. Hamas abuses dead bodies. Be a better Arab. Be a better Muslim. Thank you.
According to Daily Sun, China accuses Trump of pouring oil on Iran-Israel conflict. Smoke billows from a fire. China on Tuesday accused President Donald Trump of pouring oil on the mounting conflict between Iran and Israel after the US leader warned Tehran residents to immediately evacuate following decades of enmity and a prolonged shadow war. Israel launched a surprise Harrier campaign last week against targets across Iran, saying it aimed to prevent arc foe from acquiring atomic weapons, an ambition Tehran denies. The sudden flare-up in hostilities has sparked fears of a wider conflict, with Trump urging Iran back to the negotiation table after Israel's attack derailed ongoing nuclear talks. Trump also issued an extraordinary warning on his Truth Social platform. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. Asked about Trump's remarks, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Kyo Jacob said, "Fanning the flames, pouring oil, making threats, and mounting pressure will not help to promote the de-escalation of the situation, but will only intensify and widen the conflict." The Chinese side calls on all relevant parties, especially countries with special influence on Israel, to shoulder their responsibility, take immediate measures to de-escalate tension and prevent the conflict from expanding and spreading. China's embassy in Israel on Tuesday also urged its citizens to leave the country. China embassy in Israel on Tuesday also urged the citizens to leave the country as soon as possible after Israel and Iran traded heavy strikes. The Chinese mission in Israel reminds Chinese nationals to leave the country as soon as possible via land border crossing on the precondition that they can guarantee their personal safety. The embassy said in a statement on WeChat, it is recommended to depart on the direction of Jordan. It added, the embassy warned the conflict was continuing to escalate. Most civilians' infrastructure has been damaged. Civilian casualties are on the rise, and the security situation is becoming more serious, it said. Thank you for watching. So from the look of things, for what we have been saying, you can see the stance of China to the extent they've told their citizens to evacuate, to leave Israel. Obviously there be speculations. I did a video yesterday, say that they sent a cargo to Iran. They be secretly backing up Iran, and now they are coming out publicly, gradually, you understand, to show themselves. So we just have to pray, let this thing not escalate into third world war. We just have to pray, because from the look of things, that's where it's going. The G7 leaders met. All of them, I fully say, for any reason, Iran must not go ahead with the nuclear weapon. They must. And Saudi Arabia have also come out to speak that if Iran is allowed, they will do it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If Iran is allowed, they will do it. So what am I trying to say? Number one, Saudi Arabia have good relationship with Trump. Russia have good relationship with Trump. It's only China I don't trust. Like I said, that you say I did a video. Now they are says about China. Now they are coming out gradually to reveal their stance on this matter. We just really have to pray let this thing not escalate. Because if it escalate to third world war, Nigeria that not be able to fight Boko Haram, it go touch us, it go reach us too. All right, what's your take on this? Please let me give a thumbs up, please. Thank you.